They're often called the rainforests of the sea, and for good reason. These animals create massive, complex homes that provide shelter and food for countless marine species. Today, we're diving deep to explore the geography, biology, and breathtaking ecological importance of these underwater cities. So, where can you find these natural wonders? Coral reefs are primarily found in shallow, warm waters, forming a vibrant belt around the globe between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. This includes famous locations like Australia's Great Barrier Reef, the sparkling Caribbean Sea, the Red Sea, and the vast Indo-Pacific region. They absolutely thrive in clear, nutrient-poor waters. This might sound strange, but the clarity allows sunlight to penetrate deep, which is crucial for the photosynthetic algae living right inside their tissues. It's the sunlight that truly fuels the entire reef ecosystem, making it a sun-powered metropolis beneath the waves. Now, let's get up close and personal with the corals themselves. The coral reef is a colonial animal, which means it's made up of thousands, sometimes millions, of tiny individual creatures called polyps. Each little polyp is like a tiny sea anemone with a mouth surrounded by tentacles. They build their homes by secreting calcium carbonate skeletons. Over centuries, these skeletons accumulate, layer upon layer, to form the massive, intricate structures we recognize as reefs. And those brilliant colors? They come from microscopic algae called zooxanthellae. These algae live in a symbiotic relationship within the coral's tissues, providing not just energy but also the spectacular hues of red, green, and blue that create these mesmerizing underwater landscapes. How do these massive colonies grow and spread? Corals have two amazing strategies for reproduction: sexual and asexual. Sexual reproduction often happens during incredible mass spawning events. Once a year, entire sections of a reef will release their eggs and sperm into the water column all at once. This synchronized release, often tied to the lunar cycle, boosting the reef's resilience. Asexually, polyps can simply clone themselves by budding, creating new polyps that expand the existing colony. This allows the reef to grow and repair itself. While growth can be slow, sometimes just a few millimeters to a couple of centimeters per year, over thousands of years, they create some of the largest biological structures on the planet. Let's talk about dinner time on the reef. While coral polyps are technically predators, using their tiny tentacles to snatch plankton and other small organisms from the water, this is only a small part of their diet. The vast majority of their energy, up to 90%, comes from their live-in partners, the zooxanthellae algae. Through photosynthesis, these algae convert sunlight into sugar, which they share with their coral host. In return, the coral provides the algae with a safe place to live and essential nutrients. It's one of nature's most perfect examples of mutualism, a partnership where both organisms benefit, fueling the growth of the entire reef. The ecological importance of coral reefs is simply staggering. Although they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, they support over 25% of all marine species. Think about that for a moment. They are bustling underwater cities, home to an incredible diversity of fish, crustaceans, mollusks, sea turtles, and sponges. For humans, they are just as critical. Reefs act as natural barriers, protecting coastlines from storms and erosion. They provide food and livelihoods for hundreds of millions of people around the world. They are also a treasure trove of biodiversity, holding genetic resources that could lead to new medicines and scientific breakthroughs. But these vibrant ecosystems are in grave danger. Coral reefs are facing an onslaught of threats, many of them caused by human activity. Climate change is the biggest enemy, causing ocean temperatures to rise. This leads to coral bleaching, a process where stressed corals expel the colorful algae from their tissues. Without their algae, the corals turn white and are left vulnerable to disease and starvation. Ocean acidification, pollution from land, destructive fishing practices, and unsustainable tourism are all adding to the pressure. Scientists warn that without immediate and significant action, we could lose the majority of our world's reefs in the coming decades. Despite their apparent fragility, corals are incredible survivors, equipped with a range of adaptations. Their symbiotic relationship with algae gives them a built-in power source in nutrient-poor waters. Their hard, stony skeletons provide excellent protection and structural support against the constant force of ocean waves. Many corals have also developed chemical defenses to ward off predators and compete for space with other organisms. And their ability to reproduce asexually allows them to quickly recover from minor damage, regrowing and rebuilding the colony. These tiny animals are true marvels of engineering, building complex, resilient ecosystems in a challenging environment. The connection between humans and coral reefs stretches back thousands of years. For coastal communities, reefs have always been a vital source of food, a natural pharmacy, and a protective shield. Today, their stunning beauty also drives a massive tourism industry, fueling local economies in many tropical nations. Because of this deep connection, reefs hold significant cultural and spiritual value in many societies. They are seen as sacred gardens of the sea, symbols of life and abundance. This ancient reverence only underscores the modern urgency to manage these resources sustainably and protect them for future generations. The good news is we haven't given up the fight. Around the world, incredible conservation efforts are underway. Marine protected areas are being established to shield reefs from fishing and pollution. Scientists and volunteers are pioneering restoration projects, even growing corals in underwater nurseries and replanting them onto damaged reefs. There's a global push to promote sustainable fishing practices and, most importantly, to reduce the carbon emissions that are driving climate change. By combining scientific innovation with community action and global policy, there's still hope that we can help these vital ecosystems recover and thrive once more. Colorful, diverse, and absolutely essential to the health of our oceans, coral reefs are truly living treasures of our planet. They remind us of the intricate connections that bind all life on Earth. Protecting them isn't just about saving beautiful fish or colorful corals. It's about ensuring the survival of thousands of species, supporting the well-being of coastal communities worldwide, and maintaining the balance of our planet's marine ecosystems. Thank you so much for joining us on this underwater journey. If you enjoyed this exploration of Earth's incredible ecosystems, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more animal geography documentaries.